Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Platinum Achievements Podcast. As always, I am Ray, and today is May 12th, currently 9:30 p.m., and it's been a long day. A lot going on. Sammy is currently almost 4 years old, and you know what that means. That's right, another sleep regression. Although, thankfully, this time it's just him staying up later. So instead of waking up from like 1 to 5, he is instead just like, I'm going to stay up till. Some nights he just stays up till 11. But Amanda has him out in the car right now. They're going for a little drive. They're having some fun. I hope. All I know is it's giving me a chance to finally record the episode. I was planning on doing this Sunday. Mother's Day got away from us. Then I was planning to record last night, but last night or yesterday was not a bueno day. So here we are. Let's see what I'm currently sitting at. I know it's been a hot minute. We're gonna kick off the rust. Whew. Let's see, trophies. 158 platinums, 1081 golds, 1307 silvers, 3128 bronze skis. And I don't believe I've touched excuse me. I don't believe I've played any games recently on the PlayStation. The most recent games that I have are, let's see. I completed Origami. I don't remember if I said that last time. So yeah, Origami, Assassin's Creed Unity, I did a little bit in there. A game called Lovish, which is pretty good. And that's pretty much it. I really haven't done anything on the PlayStation side, because I've been mainly focused on the Xbox side. Let me check if I got an update from her. No. Let's see. Xbox, I've been making some moves, though. For sure. Currently sitting at 757,715 gamer score. And let's see. Nope, that's not where you want to go. How do I do this? I think this is going to be a shorter episode tonight. Just because I want to make sure I'm available in case Amanda needs me. And I don't have a lot going on, I would say. I'm going to talk about a couple games. Like do a deep dive into a couple games on the Xbox side, because PlayStation there really wasn't anything. Let's see. Okay, so I completed a game called Nobody Wants to Die. I completed Dead Rising 4, finally. Started Far Cry Primal. And me and Sammy have started a new game that was on sale called Transformers Earthspark Expedition. These games, we'll start with Transformers. From the very limited amount we played, it's not bad. It's not bad. The cutscenes are a little long for a child's game, I would say. But it's a pretty good looking game. We got to the first area, which is Canyon, and I was shocked at how big the map is. And the first issue that I kind of ran into was that first of all, I thought the maps would be a little smaller, but they seem to be pretty decently sized. They're like four open world areas. First one's Canyon. There's an encampment that you come into, and there's like a mini boss, but apparently the mini boss doesn't spawn unless you do other things, but his like title card will still show up. So a little finicky, a little confusing, but pretty solid game so far that we played for about. He was trying to poop, but we played it for about maybe an hour. He was just driving around, having a good time, transforming and whatnot. I'll talk about Far Cry Primal a little bit. I was curious about the game because it's, Far Cry caveman times. And it's not bad. It's okay. It's not really drawing me in, I would say. But it's not so I'm not so like standoffish to it that I'll just put it down. I'm going to try to complete it. I'm going to put a decent more time into it, but I have 165 gamer score in that. I think my problem with it is, like, compared to Far Cry 4, I haven't seen like an area where it shows me all the missions that I have to do, and like I'm not seeing how close I am to the end goal, but it's pretty immersive. I'm enjoying it. God help me if I come across a bear, but I just tame some lions in that game, and then we just run around and do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I dabbled with a little bit of Vampire Survivors. I haven't made any progress in it. Still at 150 gamer score. I've just been kind of just like in and out, you know. Let's start. We'll go with Dead Rising 4, and then I'll finish off with Nobody Wants to Die, and then I'll do a little bit of news. Excuse me. Dead Rising 4. I was able to get in touch with someone on, I want to say Reddit, and we at first did the Super Ultra Mini Golf, which was good. We both needed that, and then it motivated me to go through and do the 2 DLCs. Well, the 2 other DLCs. Let me think. What Capcom Heroes, which was okay. It was fun. It wasn't too bad. I think it just like reuses missions from the main game, which I didn't realize because it's been so long since I played the main game. And you get to play as different Capcom heroes. Not terrible. Not terrible. Well, I'm just like wheezing over here. The Frank Rising DLC, I think it was. Okay, it continues. It's like the epilogue continues the story, tells you how Frank gets cured of the zombiness. And for the most part, it's an okay DLC. There are challenges you have to do that give you extra abilities, and you get like the queens, and you consume those, and you get upgrades and different zombie like abilities, which is nice, but you start off with those abilities and then they take them away. I forget the reasoning for it. Some, the video game trope, taking your abilities away. And then you have to beat it on the hardest difficulty and get the best ending, which is do all of the challenges, but you have to do it within a certain time frame. I believe you only have, at most 2 hours to complete everything. And if you mess up, your timer does not reset. Like, there's checkpoints, but they're only checkpoints for location. They are not checkpoints for time and progress. So, there are a couple moments and a couple of the later missions where the difficulty spikes. You have to get really lucky. You have to really know what you're doing. And there's a good chunk of luck in there, too. Nothing from Amanda yet. So it was frustrating. What I ended up having to do was, and the trick is to, let me try. I'm trying to remember how it works. If your health hits 0, it doesn't matter. Like you have to take the hit. Like you're losing time. But if you can pause the game, quit out, delete your local save, but keep your cloud save, you can load back in and have like a restart of sorts. So that's the key to that game mode, unless you're just very lucky. I had to abuse it so much, and it was so difficult. But it was, I earned it. I earned that one. So what I would recommend is to, if you're going to go for that DLC, definitely save scumming if you can, and you should be able to. But also, the lunge ability lets you take down the bigger guys. I didn't realize that at first. Eventually, I either figured it out or I saw a video guide or something like that. But use the lunge ability to take out your big guys to disarm enemies, because I don't believe they pick up the weapons once they're disarmed. So that's a big one. And also build up your combos, because a lot of the even boss enemies, like there's one in particular, it's one of the last bees that you can get, or that you should get if you're going like on a route that makes sense and doesn't waste your time, is in one of the safe houses, and there's 2 people on top that have a ice sword and a flame sword, and there's people inside with guns and other melee weapons. I hear cars driving by. I know Amanda's circling the neighborhood. So those enemies are up top, and you can disarm them by lunging, and you can also do the instant kill, which is the Y and B combo once you rack up your combo enough. which is another reason why getting those extra abilities, and I mean, you need to do all the challenges anyway in order to get the good ending on the hardest difficulty, which is the ultimate trophy you're looking for, or achievement. It's multi-platform, so it's both. But that's what you want to do. Is definitely abuse those abilities. And overall, Dead Rising 4. It's an okay game. It's okay. He's okay. The campaign I barely remember because I played it so long ago and I completed it. You have to do the obligatory insane amount of kills. So I think it's 200,000 for... I think it's 200,000-ish for the achievement. But then there's a challenge in the game where you have to get to like 250,000. And the best way to do that is to load up in the city area and combine near one of the safe houses. There's 2 trucks you can combine, and it creates, I think it's called the slingshot. I think it like mows down the I was gonna say the mummies, mows down zombies, and then the key is once your combo goes up high enough, which it easily will, you hit, I believe it's Y, and you get flamethrowers that shoot off the side. So that's your key. Go around driving through, all the zombies you can, and eventually you'll get there. I think you can get like 20,000 kills easy within an hour, half hour. I forget the timeline, but it's an insane amount of kills. So it's doable. It's definitely doable. And then the other game that I've been playing. Let me finish off Dead Rising 4 thoughts. My buddy Adam gave it to me. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, but he was my first GameStop manager back when I worked at GameStop. And he just gave it to me one year. I think they gave it away to the managers, and he wasn't going to play it. So he gave it to me. And I remember enjoying the campaign. The multiplayer is not great. I don't think I ever really co-opted with anybody. I did some mini golf with my buddy Dan, and then, like I said, this guy, I think his name's Joshiba on Xbox. So appreciate you, Joshiba. Or Joshiba, I think was it. I was just going to shorten it to Josh. But as far as Dead Risings go, I've played all of them. I mean, I'm not to completion. I still have to do. I haven't completed the first one. I haven't completed the remaster of the first one, and I haven't completed the remake remaster that came out a few years ago of the first one. So the first one's the only one I've never completed. And the first one, obviously, the original Dead Rising, was way ahead of its time. So ahead of its time, I didn't have an HD TV, so it was impossible to read Otis's phone calls. So that was a lost cause. I remember getting an HD TV eventually, and I was shocked that there was actual text on the screen, because standard definition was not cutting it with that game at all. It's wild. I have very vivid memories sitting in my mom and stepdad's basement, just like trying to decipher what was being said to me. But I love the Dead Rising franchise. I think Dead Rising 4 is definitely the weakest. Man, I hear the cars going, and I keep thinking it's like, oh, wait, she texted me. Oh, he fell asleep. Good for him. I think the car's going to have to be the method. I may have to go down and get him in a little bit, but she said he fell asleep, so like 5 minutes ago. Cool. So she's going to probably spend another 10 minutes or so, like, just making sure he's down. But that's good. I guess we have the key to getting him asleep. Sleep. For those of you that don't have children, sleep regressions are a huge kick in the nuts. And especially if you have a child on the spectrum. It's brutal. It's a common thing. I think 4 years old is the last regression. And like I said, compared to the other ones we've had where he's up in like the middle of the night for hours on end, him staying up later just to like, at this point 9:30-ish, but like 10 or 11 it's much more desirable comparatively to split nights. Split nights fucking suck. So on to the next game that I've been playing. The other main one is called Nobody Wants to Die, and it is like, In case you can't tell, I'm really trying to cut back on the likes and the ums. So Nobody Wants to Die is a... Excuse me. It is a futuristic noir walking sims. I'm a gassy. Walking sim noir puzzle game. It is pretty linear. It does really hold your hand telling you what to do, but the story's interesting. I like the concepts they introduce where sometime in the future we as humanity gain the ability to transfer our bodies to different, or our minds to different bodies. And what you do, I believe in the context of the game, is once you turn 21, you're required to sign up to do this. And people have just been living hundreds of years. And eventually there's a murder, there's a mystery that takes place, and you are a detective that I believe is on his second body, or maybe third body. And you are going through you're kind of brought in like under, like, what is it? I don't know if this is the right way to phrase it. Under the table. Like, you're not officially back, but you're back. And you're going through trying to solve this. At first, you're told it's just like a suicide. But then you realize there's some fishy stuff going on. There's a murderer on the loose. And the aesthetic of the game, the environment's really cool. It's a really good-looking game, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting it to look so good. And you investigate different areas. You have different tools to use. The game really guides you on how and where to use them. You have a UV flashlight that you can follow fluids with. You have an X-ray machine. I think it's an X-ray machine. What's she saying? 5, turn off the lights in the room, kitchen, and we will put them in the bed. Okay. There's like an X-ray machine that helps you follow like bullet trails and things like that. The main thing is the reconstructor, I think it's called, where you're able to rewind and reconstruct the events of certain areas as needed. And there's a timeline to it where you go back and forth. It's pretty interesting. And there's some dialogue options. There are a couple branching storylines, but branching paths, but they all kind of end up at the same place. And once you're done doing an investigation, in the end, ended up being one of my favorite elements was the linking the clues in order to progress the story and figure out what exactly is going on in each case area. So I really enjoyed that one. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for like a pretty chill detective noir game with some interesting concepts. But yeah, Nobody Wants to Die. I believe it's on both consoles. I don't know if I would go back to it and do it again on PlayStation, personally. The Xbox was a good run. And maybe for the right price, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I just don't know. There's been a lot of achievement news. Asher Shama, I believe is how you pronounce her name, is now the CEO of Xbox after Phil Spencer stepped down. The team has been updating achievements. There's new animations. There's new features they're rolling out, like being able to hide some games, which good and bad, as far as I'm concerned. I don't understand the concept of hiding just incomplete games. For me personally, like your gamer card, your PSN profile, it's like a journal of your gaming journey. So even if I'm playing like garbage games, looking back at it, it's like, oh, this is what I was doing at that time. I know where I was. I know the context of my life that was surrounding this moment of gaming. And I think it's weird that you can just hide it. They added a few other things, like some new animations for the achievements, and just a couple other things I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm kind of spitballing here. But what I would really like to be seen added was on your profile, I would like there to be 2 counters, one showing your completed base games, and then one showing your 100%ed games. And the base games won't change, but it would just be a running tally, kind of like your platinums. which I feel like is going to be easier to implement than like a platinum achievement, being retroactively implemented. I feel like they could just add a counter, show the number of your completed games. So I think that would be cool. I think the 100% completion one, I believe that would be pretty cool as well as a secondary, but that one would fluctuate based on if DLCs come in and like take that away from you. That's the one that's going to go up and down. But the completed base game, I don't think there's no reason for it to go down. It can only go up. But I think that would be a really cool counter to the platinum on the PlayStation, because I love having the platinum trophy. I don't like that I just can't see how many games I've actually completed. Like, the platinum's cool, but it's not representative of what it really should represent. I think another cool addition would be a notification. Like, you can opt into it so you can, decide how many notifications you want to get, but opting in, get an alert that says, hey, this game added DLC. It took away your 100%. Do you want to go see what that DLC is? Then you can link to the store, and then, there's your ability to purchase. I think that would be really cool. But then also my third thing I would like would be for them to implement sort of like on PlayStation, where there is the breakdown of the trophies within the games. So you have your full game, let's say 97, or let's say your whole game's at 86%, but then you go into it and you see that your base game's at 100 and there's just a bunch of DLCs. I think that would be pretty cool to implement. I also like on the PS5 how like even in like the likes, even when you've got your just trophies up, it does the breakdown of like, this is all your base game trophies you have left, and this is what's DLC then. And they could do that on Xbox. I feel I would like if they implemented that. So that's my little rant there. That was a little fun on the achievement updates. What else? What else to really talk about? I thought I had more to say, but maybe I don't this week. Maybe I do not. Oh, I'll update you on my progress on my goals. That's not where I want to go. So Dead Rising 4 completed. That is I have like the ABC challenge that I'm doing. That is letter D complete now. I don't know how many games I'm at total for the year. I'd have to really count that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm at 23 games for the year so far. And as far as my complete X game per month, I've completed now 5 games. I did Life is Strange Double Exposure, Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019, Twin Breakers, Origami, Dead Rising 4. I think my next one's going to be either Sneak King or New Tales from the Borderlands. I'm not too sure. And then as far as movies, I've been, watching a bunch of movies. I'm crushing Blu-rays this year. I think I'm at let's see, I'm at 8, 17, 19, 25. I'm at 31 for the year so far. I'm almost done with the first Naruto movie. Probably going to watch that after I finish recording. Yeah, because I only got 30, 40 minutes left. So, yeah. But with Sammy being asleep and Amanda needing my help, I believe I shall leave now. Thank you for listening, for staying with me. I will be back next week, and hopefully every week going forward. Keep on hunting, boys and girls. Bye-bye.